Hello everyone, this is Raja Ramesh and welcome back to TypeScript and Playwright Journey. In this video, let us discuss about another function called includes. If you remember, we have seen a function called index of, which returned the index of given element from an array, using which you were able to identify if the given element exists in that array or not. So, if it exists, that method used to give the index of that particular element. If the given element does not exist in that array, index of return -1. So, if the return value is -1, then we know the element does not exist. But ideally in TypeScript, we use index of to find the index of given element only. So try to avoid using index of in the scenario where you have to find whether a given element exists in the array or not. In that case, directly go for another function called includes. So what includes actually does? The includes method in TypeScript checks whether an array contains a specific value or not. So it returns true if the value exists in that array. Otherwise it will return false. Got it? So we don't need to get the index of the element and compare with -1 like that. So everything will be handled internally and we just get true or false based on the existence of element in the array. Let us see some example. Let us take a new array, or let us take this array itself. So 1, 2, 3. We have nums1 array already. So on nums1 call includes method, includes function, and provide a value 2. Got it? So it returns something. Includes return boolean if you see this. So it returns boolean, true or false. So instead of saving that into a variable, we can directly print that. Otherwise, we usually use that in some if condition check or some place where we usually check conditions. So for now, I write console.log and this includes 2. And if you run this, you see true because nums1 include 2, which is true because we already have 2 here. Let us try checking 12 in that. Save it and run it. You should see false. See, this is false because 12 does not exist. So now we are not getting the index of and not comparing whether it is -1 or not. So this is simple to identify if the given element exists in an array or not. So let us see how this works on strings. We have some array here, right? So let us comment this console log and copy this, come here, paste it here, and let colors. So we have colors, and I am trying to check colors dot include some value will give. See the error you are seeing. So it means you are trying to find if an integer, a number exists in a string array. These are not compatible types. That's why we got that error. So you have to change this to string. And if you see if it includes red or not, you should see true. And if I see black, you should see false. And remember, whenever you are working with strings in include, the values we are checking are case sensitive. Means red we have checked. So this is true, right? But if we try to identify R given in uppercase, then it will return false because in TypeScript, these are case sensitive, right? So capital R is a different literal and small r is a different literal. So those are not equal. Got it? Let's clear the terminal. And now, so this is how we use includes function or number arrays or string arrays. And let us see how we can use includes on objects. Yes, see, because objects also has some values and we may get a requirement to find whether a given array of objects has my object or not, right? So let us see, we declared some array, this one. So uncomment this. So we have an array of objects, persons, and we have these objects, Raja, Kumar, Bob. Right. Now I want to know whether my persons array has an object with name Raja and age 39. Let us see. Console.log. If I try to do that, it will return false. Why? Because we will see. See, persons dot includes and the object is this one. Just copy it and paste it over here. If we see like this, we get false. See? Why? Because this will not work as the way we are expecting now. when we are working with objects, because these are objects, or we can say these objects are reference type in TypeScript or maybe in JavaScript also. Okay, so even though the values and those are looking same, but the reference, I mean the place where exactly the objects are being saved are at different positions in memory. So that checks in the memory. That's why this object is different and that object is different for includes function. Got it? So it considers the object in persons and the one we passed here are different objects. But I have the same requirement. I want to check whether the given object, maybe with name as Raja, exists in my persons array or not. How can we do that? So console.log. We will try another function called sum. We have another function sum on arrays. Okay, so this helps us to check if objects are there, but it takes some of the properties of that object. Okay, so we will see how it works here. So in console.log, we will write the persons dot sum function. Got it? So we are calling sum function on persons object, a person's array, and it is array of object. And we are asking whether there is a person such that or gives person dot name. We have name property, right? Is equals to Raja, whether this type of object is there or not. So we are using some arrow function over here. Got it? So we are providing this function to sum. Now if we execute this, we will see true. See, this is true. This is how we check the existence of an object in given object array. So we discussed sum as well, not only includes. Got it? So let's comment this as well. And now let's see any other function. Nums1 dot, let's go with simpler thing is join. Okay, so we have join. What join does? It actually joins the elements in a given array. So the array on which we are calling join function, so it picks all the elements and it joins with the delimiter we can provide here. So with that it joins that. For example, or we will see that executing this. But now in this case we did not pass any value as a parameter to join function. So by default it takes comma. So if omitted, the array elements are separated with comma. Got it? So if you run this and console dot log, got it? And if you run this, now you see the elements are 1, 2, 3 and joined by comma because we did not provide any separator or delimiter. Okay, that's why it joined with default value. Let us try by providing hyphen over here. So we should get 1 hyphen 2 hyphen 3. Okay, and it can be any delimiter. I provide and. Okay, so if you run this 1 and 2 and 3, that is based on your requirement when you want all the elements from the array that are joined together. And remember and observe, it is being written as a string, and if you mouse over, see this return value is string. So if you want, you can save this in some variable, let equals to this one, and you can use this join string for anything. Okay, whatever the operation you want based on your requirement, you will see the same thing because the result is saved into this and we are logging that value. So this is how join works. So three functions we discussed in this video. One is includes and sum as well as join. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.